And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents Cinderella, based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 3 ugly, mean stepsisters named Olive, Nina, and Esme. Olive, Nina, and Esme made Cinderella do all the chores. "Sweep the floors, wash the dishes," said Olive, Nina, and Esme. One day, the king of Onlyville's messenger said, hear ye, the king of Onlyville is going to throw a ball. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Singling. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. Olive said, he's going to marry me. Nina said, no way, Olive. He's going to marry me. Esme said, both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. Later, Cinderella is so sad that she cannot go to the ball and marry Prince Singling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and asks Cinderella what is wrong. Why are you crying, Cinderella? She asks. Cinderella responds, I wanted her to go to the ball and marry Prince Singling, but I'm not welcome. The fairy godmother waved her wand and chanted the magic word, Winnity, Waterity, one! And then, Cinderella's chores are all done. But the fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a good old pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has one pumpkin. The fairy godmother waved her magic wand and chanted the magic word, Winnity, Waterity, one! Again, and to turn Cinderella's do-rag and clothes into a gown. I've never seen such a wonderful gown. I get a load of my glass slippers, and then the pumpkin into a carriage drawn by 2 strong horses. The fairy godmother said, have fun, Cinderella, but I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Singling was wondering who he should marry. Olive, Nina, and Esme said all together, he's walking towards me. But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Singling dance happily together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Singling was so worried that he might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled around Onlyville to find her and brought the glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door of the house where her Cinderella and her stepsisters lived. He said, ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try this glass slipper? Olive is first, but her foot is too big. Nina is next, but her foot is too small. Esme is last, but her foot didn't fit either. Suddenly, Prince Singling noticed Cinderella singing. Cinderella said, Prince Singling, is that you? Prince Singling said, of course it's me. Cinderella gets so excited because she's having to have her Prince Singling back. And they lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story before bed enters doors. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to my video. Take care. Bye and good night, everybody. And now, Internet Everything proudly presents Cinderella. It is based on the story of Cinderella. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 5 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, and Tasha. Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, and Tasha made Cinderella do all the chores. Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, and Tasha all together. Then one day, the king of Octagonal's messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Octagonal is going to throw a ball. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Octagonal. But Cinderella is not welcome. Her stepsisters are. They then argue over who will Prince Octagonal marry. Later, Cinderella is so sad that she can't go to the ball and marry Prince Octagonal while doing chores. Suddenly, her fairy godmother asks Cinderella what's wrong by saying, Why are you crying, Cinderella? Cinderella responds, I got lots of chores to do, but I can't go to the ball and marry Prince Octagonal. Cinderella's fairy godmother said, I can help with a bit of magic, and waved her magic wand. Because of that, Cinderella's chores are all done, but her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, Cinderella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, Cinderella has a pumpkin. Cinderella's fairy godmother waved her magic wand again to turn the 8 pumpkins into a handsome coach drawn by 16 strong horses, and then Cinderella's rich clothes into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, I've never seen such an terrific gown. Get a load of my glass slippers. Her fairy godmother said, Have fun, Cinderella, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to the way it was before. Cinderella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Octagonal was wondering who he should marry. Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, and Tasha say all together, He's walking towards me! But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Octagonal danced happily together. But later, Cinderella realized it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. Prince Octagonal was so worried that he might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled all around Octagonal had to find her and brought the two glass slippers with him. By the time he arrives, he knocks on the door of the house where Cinderella, Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, and Tasha lived. But instead of Cinderella, he finds Eliza, Isabella, Georgia, Hannah, and Tasha. He then says, "Ladies, I have a favor to ask. Can you try on these glass slippers?" Eliza is first, but her foot is too big. Isabella is next, but her foot is too small. The rest did the same, but none of their feet were the right size. Suddenly, Prince Octagonal notices Cinderella's sweet scene. The glass slippers fit! And Cinderella gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Octagonal back. And they both lived happily ever after. The end. And Andrew Stewards, I hope you enjoyed this story. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything. And buy our merch and dice too. Take care. Bye. And now, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 21 It is based on the story of Cinderella, with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young adult girl named 21 21 had 9 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Irina, Olivia, Nadia, and Erica. 9 of them made fun of 21 and made her do all the chores. 21 wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said the stepsisters all together. One day, the king of Tubblingham's messenger arrives and says, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Tumblingham, his majesty, is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Tumbling." But 21 is not welcome. Her 9 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. They then argue over who will marry Prince Tumbling. Later, 21 is so sad, upset, and distraught about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Tumbling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother rises and comforts her. There now, 21 I can help with a bit of magic. No one will know it's you. And so, she chants the magic words, "Unvegetitity, unvegetantity, unvegetantity, on woo," and waves her magic wand. Because of that, 21's chores are all done, and she now has a dress grown bigger and better. 21 says, "I've never seen such an unvegetable-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers!" But 21's fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 21, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice. And then, luckily, 21 has 21 pumpkins and 42 mice. 21's fairy godmother chants the magic words, "Unvegetitity, unvegetantity, on voo," and waves her magic wand to turn the 21 pumpkins into a handsome coach and 42 smiles into horses. Cinderella climbs into the coach. Her fairy godmother says, "Have fun, 21-Rella, but I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken and everything will change back to normal." And so, 21-Rella accepts the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Tumbling was wondering who he should marry. 21-Rella arrives at the ball just in time. Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Dina, Olive, Nadia, and Erica say all together. Olivia, "He's walking towards me!" But he's not walking towards any of them. Prince Tumbling is walking towards 21-Rella. "May I have this dance?" as Prince Tumbling, to which 21 says, "I would be delighted." Prince Tumbling and 21-Rella dance happily together. But later, 21-Rella realizes it's almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Tumbling was so worried that he might never see 21-Rella again. The king of Tumbling had comforted him by saying, There now, son. I think we'll be able to find 21-Rella," he said. And so, they began their journey all around the neighborhood to find 21-Rella and brought the glass slipper she lost with them. By the time they arrived, they knocked at the door of the house where 21-Rella and her 9 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 21-Rella, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters, Tina and Erica. Prince Tumbling then says, "Ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper?" Tina is first, but her foot is too big. Winona is next, but her foot is too small. Nonsense! It fits! The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, Prince Tumbling and the King of Tumblingham, known as 21-Rella's, sweet singing. She hollered excitedly, "Prince Tumbling, is that you?" She hollered excitedly, "My dear daughter-in-law, 21-Rella, we found you!" exclaims the king of Tumblingham, "and the glass slipper fits!" 21-Rella, Prince Tumbling, and the king of Tumblingham then lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrews Doers. And don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and everything, etc. Take care. Bye.